welcome back. Here we are. Hello. Second episode in January. We hope you're all doing well. I'm Jenny and
Tash.
Yes.
Should know us by now, shouldn't they?
They should know us by now, but just in case you forgot. Before we do a little roundup, where are we today, Tash?
Well, today's episode is all about let's get moving.
Yeah.
So where better to be filming than a gym, and it's somewhere that Jenny and I, well, maybe we're not usually here this early in the morning.
Definitely not here.
Put it that way.
Morning,
but
no.
yeah, this morning we are filming in Diverse Fitness in Hartley Wintney. It's a classes-based gym. We should mention that they do have a little sort of gym area, but it is a classes and more fitness kind of gym. So yeah, we're going to be speaking to Gareth, the owner, a little bit later in the show, and he's going to be talking us through some of the classes, why it's appealing to women, because it's a female, it seems to be female dominated, which is why we're here this morning. So yeah, find out why.
Yes,
But,
while we're here.
So what have you been up to?
What have we been up to? We're really getting into the swing of the new year. I'm very much a new year person. I love Christmas, but then when it's done, it's done. I'm all about, start the new year afresh. New things, new year, new you. I know it's a bit cliche, but that's very much me.
Yeah.
So I have been quite active, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Don't you? You're quite big on
love
walking.
Yeah. So even after drop off, the school run, I'll extend it and do a couple of kilometres around that, and then I'm out power walking with friends and things like that as well.
And it's quite a sociable thing to do, isn't it?
It is, and it's
really
pretty much all we've been able to do during lockdowns and things like that. So walking is high on our list. I like mountain biking as well with the girls and my husband, so that's quite good. What about you?
What about me? Okay, so starting to get some back working, some new inquiries, which has been really nice, like you say, after last year. Glad that's out of the way. So yeah, business is picking up as it always does in the new year. Sort of getting the house in order and working really, and home nothing too exciting. Christmas decorations are long gone, so a house is back to normal. I do like to have a bit of a spring clean.
I am still hoovering up bits of tinsel off
glitter.
Things and glitter
gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, everywhere. My hoover's like full. If you look at the inside of it, it's full of glitter and
stuff. I know. But that's normal stuff really. So what we have been doing is obviously a lot of stuff for Social Brunettes, and we've been recording lots of episodes, we've been interviewing lots of people, and we've got some great things coming up. So I don't know if you want to share anything that's coming up.
We did a live a little while ago, just updating everybody, but we've got some fab venues coming up. We are now starting to get out and about, which is great. Showcasing new venues. We've also got some guests. We started with the guests now, so that's working really well. We've got some inspirational women, so there's a whole section on women that are inspiring in business and sort of lifestyle projects. Who else we've got? We've got a celebrity coming up as well. That's amazing.
And that's at a great venue.
Great venue.
Really excited to be there.
Yeah, but we're looking at new skills, empowering women, uplifting women, looking at finances, how to get financial independence.
And I think anyone that knows us by now, if they know us personally or through business or whatever, or through Social Brunettes, maybe we're new to you. We always wanted to be real and relatable. So we don't want to start the sort of new year as, lose weight, do this, stop doing that, stop doing that. This is about being uplifting, isn't it? And encouraging, and it's happy and healthy. All those kind of things. So it's been important to us to get guests that really can represent us and show people how they can do that.
Because I think for a long time people have been in this little bubble, literally, and starting to get out and about and lift themselves out of that sort of...
And learn new things. We've got some great guests, haven't we, that are going to actually, if you're going, we're not going to tell you all our secrets, but, if you're going through certain things in your life, we've got some guests who can help you through that, whether it be emotionally, financially, just lots of tips and things we're going to share with you that hopefully will kickstart the new year in style. Let's say.
So as Tash says, we will shortly be inviting a guest in, so the lovely Gareth, who owns the gym where we are today, and then a little bit later on we have a lovely demo video from an osteopath,
Mr. Motivator.
He needs no introduction really. He's absolutely amazing. He's very motivational, very uplifting, tackling all sorts of things. We've all been possibly working from home, slumped over laptops.
Not everyone's
got an office at home, so we know that there's lots of people sat at dining tables, things like that. So he's going to be looking at how we can combat that.
And I think that's good for parents to know as well, because I know that my son's actually having shoulder pain himself. Because, you know, it's tech, like you say, wrong height tables, desks. We haven't all got office and school-like homes. No. So, you know, he's even been complaining about shoulder pain. So I think it'd be great to know some stretches or some things to do for the whole family.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be really good.
So that's it from us for a minute. So we'll see you shortly with
we'll go and find Gareth now.
We'll go and find him.
Good morning. We're back with Gareth. Good morning, Gareth. How are you?
Morning. I'm very well. Bright and breezy for a Sunday.
Oh, I know it is. We said that, isn't it?
He's still got his trousers on. Still hoping for shorts.
I know. Sorry, ladies. We were hoping for some short lycra this morning.
Too cold for that. No t-shirt.
It is cold for that. So yeah, we don't want any unforeseen surprises there. But so we're in Diverse Fitness. Gareth is the owner of the fitness centre here. So Gareth, tell us a bit about Diverse Fitness and what kind of classes you do. We kind of gave you an intro earlier on, but what kind of classes do you do?
Yeah. Well, so we've only been set up really since February. Bit of a bum time to get started, pretty much. So we managed about 6 weeks before we got closed down, unfortunately. And then obviously had a few months off, got back into it.
Yeah.
Response was actually really great when we got back going again around sort of July time, so that was fantastic. So a lot of new members in, a lot of great people in, a lot of enthusiastic people. Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose from when I started, what we're really doing here is primarily group exercise.
Okay.
So I think where people are more motivated is when they do the classes and they have an instructor and they're training in a group.
Someone kicking your butt. That's what I got. Someone shouting at you and actually telling you to
go somewhere on your own. It's just the motivation's not there. So the classes sound great.
Definitely. Yeah. People like the instruction. And I think they like training with friends. I think what's happened here is people have come here and maybe joined up and they perhaps haven't known that someone else is a member, and then they've come in and like, oh, you're a member, you know, sort of thing like that.
Girls do like to do stuff in groups.
Yeah, it's a social thing, isn't it? It's a
social thing. And is it just because you've got some female? We should make this clear. You've got female instructors as well, haven't you? Running some various things?
So most. I have to think on the spot now. Most, probably say 90% of my instructors here are females. We've got the lovely John, mentioned him. He's a Pilates instructor as well. Obviously, I teach quite a lot of the classes. I sort of oversee most of the gym times, but then I have got a female personal trainer as well.
Okay, and I've seen her, and she's a very fit-looking lady. Yeah, I've seen her doing some stuff in lockdown. Actually, she looks great in lycra. I won't even call it like that in lycra. But
she killed my reviews on there. She was getting way more views than me on the.
Not just from females, no doubt. Yeah. I know my husband kind of tuned in and was like, "Oh, who's that?" Like, no, it's not Gareth. We're not
watching this.
She'll be loving
this if she watches.
I know she will. Well, hopefully she'll join and she can watch it as well. Big up Fiona. There we go. Mention Fiona. So, I mean, what type of classes you do? Because I know that I've come to a few of the spinning classes. And I should say, when I say that I do spinning, firstly, I'm not super fit. Most people can see that. But I think it's kind of that Bridget Jones moment. You know, there's in her film, she gets off the spin bike and kind of collapses. You do feel like that the first once or twice, and you're walking like John Wayne, and not for a good reason. But I think you have to persevere. What's the popular classes, or what else do you do?
Yeah, I mean, spinning is like every gym. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, and like spinning just through and through, whichever gym you go to, is always going to be there, and it's always pulls in a great audience. So, and that's probably the one that gets the more mixed male to female, but 2 or 3 guys in there. But other than that, obviously things like yoga, Pilates, we've just changed the yoga at the weekend a little bit to beginners yoga, and that's really brought in a new influx of lots of individuals that just want to get started with something new. So yoga, Pilates is always great. And then we do things like the boot camp, the HIIT training, all the classic kind of stuff.
I can see some equipment around the room that's pretty scary, like the battle ropes and stuff like that. And we will share some photos and footage of the gym and the equipment won't be later on. But tell me about the spinning classes, because as we know, women love a dance. We like a bit of music, we like disco lights, and so some of your classes are slightly themed with music, is that right?
Yeah, we've got probably one, and whilst we're bigging up people, we've probably got Charlotte, who is great actually. She comes in, she prepares really well, so she'll go for 70s, she'll go for 80s, she'll go for movie themes. She'll really go to town and think of it. But I must say, even myself, I've got a list of maybe 10, 15 playlists, and it's just about mixing it up. Unfortunately, because of lockdown, we did have our spin studio running. We've had to move a few things around and that. So I've transferred my disco lights out into the main area now, so we've got a couple of those, so really adds to the atmosphere, particularly in the evenings where you can get going. You've got full class in here.
Actually, I've never done an evening one. I should try, because I do love the disco lights. And we've noticed, obviously, from filming here today, and we should say it is a COVID-safe environment. We are following protocol, and hence obviously the social distancing. But tell us about what you've had to do, what you've had to adapt for the gym, really, to be safe.
Yeah, well, I think, to be fair, we haven't had to do as much as maybe some businesses have had to do, which is great for a startup business like me has helped. But yeah, we've had to stay obviously safe. First things first was obviously the 2 metre spacing between classes, and that's dependent on whether you're doing moving classes or stationary classes. Yeah. So taping on the floor, it's not the most attractive, but obviously it's essential that we do that at the moment. We've obviously got things like the sanitizer when you first come in. We're obviously being cautious about distancing. Cleanliness has gone up probably 2-3 times. Obviously cleaning much more regularly. Members have been fantastic actually on that front. We've got the wipes. I'm going through so many wipes. That's ridiculous.
We saw some actually. Some of your gym goers this morning.
And that was quite nice actually. And that was a juniors section, wasn't it? So what's the juniors section for parents that have got teenagers? What sort of age? Tell us about that.
So juniors was something new that I decided to launch from when I first opened up, because I had a lot of mums and dads coming in and saying, oh, like my son or my daughter would love to do this. And actually I thought, oh, there's a gap there, I haven't exploited that, or I haven't got into that avenue. So I actually checked with my insurance. I wasn't actually qualified to do it at that point, so I went ahead and got myself a qualification for sort of 12 to 15-year-olds. And now I can instruct and keep them kind of safe.
Because it's not just the adults, is it? We're keeping the episodes about let's get moving and keeping yourself active. It is important for those youngsters as well.
And I think it's a really key age group. For body confidence and for actually youngsters, doing something that they're happy and they're healthy, but they're doing something that's really good for them as well. Because that is that age where you get issues and you start to feel like worried about what you look like and your body and stuff. So I think that's good to be promoting.
And they're actually really well committed. There's a couple of lads that come in and they're in here at 6:30 in the morning, before they get on the school bus and head to school. Like, fair play to them. I can't imagine it, even if I would have done that when I was that age.
I don't do that now.
So what would you recommend to women, perhaps in the new year? They're starting to look at wanting to come to the gym, doing some of the classes that you've got here. What would you recommend for those starting out?
Yeah, I think probably what I'd say first of all is about my environment here is that it's kind of an easy environment for people to settle into. I'm not a gym as such. I am primarily classes. I do have bookable times for gyms. But yeah, for new people coming in, it's a relaxing, easy environment to come into, whether you're just starting out, whether you've been doing classes, or you're coming from another gym. Just come in, get involved. I'm happy to advise on where the best classes to start with, some body conditioning or some half-an-hour classes rather than hours. Just come in and become really part of what we're doing here.
And do you offer a free sort of taster class for anyone that wants to come down and is not sure?
Yeah, totally. So I'm saying to people, if anyone wants to come down, you can either do the guest pass, but I think January we're going to have obviously quite a lot of new people wanting to come in and trial. And
it is that time of year, isn't it, when everyone kind of goes, just need to either, let's get fit, let's get healthier, whatever it is that, they need to do. It's a perfect time to do it.
It's a good time to get stuck in. And as I say, I think I am a nice gym to do that if you're a little bit of a nervous start to it. The classes are only up to 12 people or 10 people at the moment. So it's a more personal sort of environment to
do. And it is really friendly. The few times I've been in here to do the classes, it is a really nice environment. And I think something that I really like, and I know you wanted to mention, was some of the class times. They're from sort of quite early in the morning right through to later at night. But there's a particular slot, that sort of 9:30 slot, which is very female dominated. Because I think it's a great time. You drop off the kids, or you do whatever you need to do first thing, do your exercise, and you go home. And you've got the rest of your day and it's done, and that's what I quite like about it. And I think that's really, not many gyms do that sort of spin time at 9 o'clock. They tend to do it really early or quite late. So it's nice to have. You've got quite a variety, haven't you?
And you've got the lunch times for the corporates, a couple of those. If you want to dive in, do a quick half an hour on your lunch break, things like that. Or obviously if you're an evening, which is where it's all buzzing, and most people tend to come. But there's loads of. I think it's nearly 20 classes a week on offer here at the moment.
And it's all on the website and Facebook page stuff all the time. So
all ready
if they want to jump on.
Yeah, you can jump on, have a little look, and then the nice thing with the class is all bookable on an app. I know you use it yourself, so it's nice and easy just to go onto the app and just click book, cancel, whatever you need to do. Yeah,
so is it a membership or is it pay as you go here? Just remind me.
It's a bit of both. It's whatever you want to go for. Yeah, the membership is, I don't know if I'm plugging prices at the moment, but the membership.
Do what you want. It's our
the membership is only £30 a month, and it's a £10 joining fee, so it's totally affordable. And for the amount of classes you're getting, it's definitely something you should give a try.
That's what the ladies that I know that have joined, they really like that, because if you look at it individually, a class can be between £7 and £10. So if you're thinking, if you do 3 or 4 a week, £30 a month, actually you're getting quite a lot for your money compared to doing stuff individually.
And it's the flexible contract as well. I've done this for 20 years or so now, and I kind of knew a few things that I wanted to make sure. The things that people ask when they come in, like, oh, is it a 3 month, 6 month, am I tied in? I know it's 1 month, that's it, so you're never paying for kind of more than you're probably going to use. So it just keeps it really flexible for everyone, and so if they want to come in and do one class, they can do that. If they want to commit and they think they're doing it long term, fantastic.
Brilliant.
So
hopefully that's going to encourage a few more ladies to come down and
we're ready to welcome you in.
Come and see Gareth and his lovely fitness trainers. It might be in his shorts.
Definitely when I'm teaching, definitely. And my vest top.
That's it. Get the muscles out. The ladies always love the muscles. Well, in all seriousness, it feels really safe. We were here earlier today. There were some people training, and it did feel a really nice, friendly environment.
Absolutely.
And it is all done really nicely. We're going to share some pictures. We're going to share the links for you, so that anyone can jump on the website and or speak to Gareth direct if they've got any concerns or questions, because you do a bit on nutrition as well, don't you? You're quite happy to advise a little bit on that side of things.
Qualified in nutrition as well. So happy to, normally with clients, personal clients, obviously do the personal training here as well. So that's another option for people that want a little bit extra. There's also a membership that incorporates in a personal training session once a month if you want to be sort of kept topped up. We go into like stats, measurements if you want that sort of thing, weight and all that, and then you can go into nutrition, food plans.
Brilliant.
Do all that sort of stuff as well.
Cover a bit of everything.
So investing in yourself.
That's it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's like happy and healthy in the new year. Okay, lovely. Well, we're going to leave it there, and thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for coming in.
We'll be sharing, links and photos of the gym, won't we? So you can get a little bit of an insight to what it looks like, and all the lovely orange interior. But luckily we didn't wear anything that clashed today.
I think I'm probably clashing a bit.
We're all good. Anyway, we'll thank you for joining us.
Cool. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. So we're back. We're sitting on some balls. We're bouncing along. Yes, we're doing some fitness stuff.
When I was in labour last time, I think was when I danced on one of these.
I'd rather not remember that. Anyway, we've now had a lovely interview with Gareth, the owner of the gym here, and we're going to cut to the lovely Alex. He's an osteopath. I actually use Alex. He looks after my back and helps with my body mechanics as well. He's from Osteopathic Consultancy. They're based in Frimley, but he does cover quite a wide area, has clients coming from all over. And whilst it's not ideal, he has been doing some Zoom consultations as well throughout lockdown, which has helped people all over the world.
It really is going to be needed.
And obviously Alex is going to be looking at how to help people that have perhaps been sat over the laptops or just been inactive generally.
Get moving again properly.
And just get moving again. So we're going to cut to Alex.
Yeah, get everything going.
Get everything
bouncing like we are. I'm actually quite enjoying this, Jen.
Yeah, I am as well. So we'll see you in a short minute. Go.
Hi, so what's the most common thing we see at the moment? People working from home. They're hunched up on their sofas, kind of really struggling. I don't know why I've got tight shoulders and neck, really. So your arms are hovering in the air and you're using the mouse pad and the keyboard while you're sitting there hunched over and trying to use your laptop. So poor ergonomics is the most important thing. Ergonomics is the correct setup at a desk to try and help yourself. So what you need to do is think about setting up better. Now, on a dining room table helps, but it's not actually that much better, but it is a bit better. But you end up with your arm going forward and causing a lot of tension through the front of your arm, and that kind of, again, we generally roll our body forward to get to it, so you get a lot of tension through your neck and shoulder, and that will kind of be a little bit better than sitting on the sofa, but it's not going to be that much better. So if you look at a decent desk setup, what we're going to see is our arm by our side, and a nice straight line down, and our arms straight out sideways. So that way we've got a nurse neutral arm, so our arms not working very hard, our shoulders not working very hard, and our neck and upper back are not working hard. We don't want to have a poor posture sitting there again like this. So push your bum to the back of the chair, elbow by your side in this position, and you can feel how relaxed it all sits as we do that. So what we don't want to do is sit there kind of like this. You know, even though we've got a good setup, we've got a poor posture. So the things to think about are to make sure that you've got a good setup, you've thought about your setup, and you've got a good position as best you can. The sofa's a disaster, the dining room table's slightly better, but a proper desk setup's even better. One of the big things that we see working from home is that no one's stopping you from working, so making sure you're not working ridiculous amounts of hours, because their emails are coming in and there's not a start and stop time. To make sure you're disciplined, that you're starting and stopping work at the right times. If the kids interrupt, then that's okay, but make sure that you can put that at the end of the day, but you're not working ridiculous into the night, getting emails into the night, because you've got to think about mental health. The other thing we don't do is we're not getting up, walking round and talking to other people in the office. So we're all doing Zoom meetings, sitting there hunched over again, and there's no break. So you've got to make sure you take regular breaks. So put alarms on your phone to make sure you remind yourself to get up and move around, because otherwise you're just going to get stuck and stiff, because your hamstrings are going to shorten because you're bent and sitting all the time, and your shoulders are going to get tightened up. So anytime you take a phone call, get up and move around. Anytime you're instead of a meeting and no one's calling upon you, you get up and move around. Keep moving around, because a lot of people are becoming so static that it's unbelievable. So make sure you get up and move around. Artificially doing it is a great idea, but you can kind of do it with alarms and stuff like that. So that will really help give you a reminder, and just try and get out and walk every day. So I hope those hints and tips on what to do working from home will help you. As the year starts, a lot of people are kind of trying to get fit, lose the weight, obviously the COVID weight and the Christmas weight, so it's double whammy now. So what do you need to do to go about it? So put in a China shop, let's go in there and smash it. Oh my God, I've hurt my shoulder, I've hurt my knee. Yeah, not the best plan. So slow and steady introduction of exercise. It's really, really obvious, but if you say, oh, well, I used to play tennis 2 hours a day, 6 hours ago. No, terrible plan. You're not going to be able to go back to playing tennis 2 hours a few years ago. So what we need to do is think about how we can get you back to where you should be to be fit and do things you want to do again. So simple things, just start walking for the first few days, and get that fitness going up. Then you can kind of do a little bit of light yoga or Pilates, build up again, and then you can go back and start doing put some wrist and ankle weights on as you're starting to do some walking, or you could do couch to 5K, and that will introduce exercise and running very slowly. There's loads of stuff like Joe Wicks online at the moment. There's loads of free content on YouTube, and just do sensible incremental increases. Now, remember at the start, a small amount is actually a large increase. So if you think about kind of going from 1 minute of walking to 2 minute walking, that's 100% increase. You go from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 100%, but actually 5 minutes more. So actually the percentage the time improvement does that, but actually the effort improvement goes the other way. So the early doors are where things really always go wrong, because you push your body too hard and too quickly. So you need to be thinking about strengthening, you need to be thinking about fitness, cardiovascular fitness, and mobility. And those three things will get you nice and fit and healthy. And you need to be thinking about doing a 6-week period where you think about where you're going to get back to a reasonable level of exercise, not doing 2 hours of tennis or anything like that, but just kind of like, I can do some bit of a walk, jog, and I can do some yoga and Pilates. And that's a core start. Now, it obviously depends on how long you haven't been doing exercise for. So if you haven't been doing exercise for a long time, that 6 weeks will take you back to a low level or reasonable level of fitness. Obviously, if you've been reasonably fit in the recent past, then that 6-week period will take you back to your level of fitness that you were maybe a few months or even a year ago. So you've just got to think sensibly, making sure you've got the hydration, make sure you don't eat too soon before you go out and do exercise, and build up really slowly. Be very sensible. It's very, very boring, and it's not kind of exciting, but it means you don't get injuries. So if you want to get through and get that fitness to build without getting an injury, you need to build slowly. Otherwise, you can come and meet us, because you're going to hurt yourself. So make sure you do it nice and slowly. I've got lots of videos on our website what you can do for mobility to make sure you free your body up and do some stretches and foam inhibition of muscles that could help you as well. But you would think about 3 lots of exercise a week. So something around mobility, yoga, Pilates or stretch or inhibition classes following what I do on some of my exercises online. And then you want to do a cardiovascular sort of walk, jog, or swim can be a bit difficult at the moment. And then strengthening, so you're going to do something with some weights or TheraBands ideally as you build back up again. So you want to build up with general fitness to start with, improvement, and carry on going with your mobility, and then the last bit would be the strengthening. So I hope that makes it clear for you. How do you get back to fitness? Slow and steady, build it up, and that way you're not going to get yourself injured. Yeah, so it's an interesting question. So what hints and tips have I got to having a healthy and sustainable lifestyle? Well, the first thing is make it fun, because if it's not fun, you're not going to want to do it. So don't go, well, I'm going to become a marathon runner, and you hate running. So I'm going to start swimming 3 times a week. You hate the water. I mean, shocking plan. People actually do that and go, I don't know why I can't get fit. Well, they just don't choose something they enjoy. So pick something you want to do. So even if you enjoy the outside, become a walker. Get yourself some kit and actually start walking. So make it enjoyable. Absolutely, the most important thing is if you don't enjoy life, what is the point? So basically, make sure the exercise levels you're going to choose are sustainable and something you like to do. So that sustainability is basically, I'm going to walk 7 times a week, an hour every morning from 5:30 in the morning. It's like, not going to happen. So think about, what can I do logistically and reasonably, and something I can maintain. Lots of people don't realise what they do is, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to do that. No, don't do that. Just quite make it really easy. 20 minutes walking 3 times a week, or half an hour walking 3 times a week. You can build that up, and you can start to increase your level of fitness. So make it sustainable, make it plausible, and make it enjoyable. Because if it isn't enjoyable and it isn't sustainable, it won't happen. So really do think about those things, because life is for enjoying, and if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's just not going to happen, because we're human beings. We're going, I don't want to do that. So enjoyable and sustainable. I hope that helps, guys.
So thank you very much to Alex from Osteopathic Consultancy.
So useful.
It was very
really
useful, and I'm sure lots of us are going to be taking that into our January and February, helping us.
I love where we're still bouncing a little bit.
It's
kind of natural just to.
It is. So maybe we'll just carry on. So of course, thank you to the lovely Gareth as well for letting us come into the gym today. Diverse Fitness here in Hartley, Whitney, in Hampshire.
We're looking forward to next week.
Tune in next week. But bye for now.
Keep bouncing.
Bye.